for delivery. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Malamala. Mo bojú ayé o ayé ṣá malamala. Mo máa bojú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀. Mo máa bojú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀. Mo ní ẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ yìí o. Kí ni dé sí Yorùbá o ọmọ aráyé? Kí ni ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Yorùbá o ọmọ Oòduà o? Yéyéyéyéyéyéyé àwa máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ là ń bẹ. Yorùbá ń ṣera wọn nítorí owó. Yorùbá ń jìra wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ nítorí ipò. Wọ́n gbẹ̀bí fáláre, wọ́n gbáre pẹ́lẹ́bí. Wọ́n kò lè kó wájà, wọ́n tún kó lóko wá mú. Ọgbọ́n tí wọ́n gbọ́n ló gbé wọn délé ọlá. Ọgbọ́n náà ló tún padà wá sí lé wọn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń ṣọ̀gá lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́. Tún padà wá dẹni à ń fọwọ́ ti sẹ́yìn o. Yóò Yorùbá yoyoyo bí iná alẹ́. Yorùbá rúrúrú bí omi òkun. Yorùbá bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe. Yóò Yorùbá ronú o. Yorùbá sọra wọn di bọ́ọ̀lù fáráyé gbá. Wọ́n bá gbá wọn sókè, wọ́n tún gbá wọn sísàlẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yà tí ó ti kéré tẹ́lẹ̀ ni wọ́n gé kúrú. Àwọn tí àìfẹ́ lọ́sùn ti dẹni àtijọ́. Yorùbá jókòó sílẹ̀ rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ wọn fọwọ́ lọ́wọ́. Bí àgùntàn tí abọ́ rẹ̀ ń gbòrìṣà ilẹ̀ o. Yóò Yorùbá ronú o. Oríkì màí burú títí kọ́ bógún ọdún lẹ́yìn òkùnkùn bèrèbèrè ìmọ́lẹ̀ yàtọ̀ o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pọ̀ Olódùmarè ká pọ̀ Balùwàyé káyé wa lè dùn ní ìgbẹ̀yìn lálàyò ilẹ̀ mọ́ pé ìyá o. Ilẹ̀ dákúgbà wá o ilẹ̀ o. Ilẹ̀ ọ̀gẹ́rẹ́ àfọkọ́yẹ rí. Alákòókà ó tẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ kábì. Ọ̀gbaragada bí ẹni yèyé mi ọmọ darúpalẹ̀ àdúgbò. Ilẹ̀ dákúgbà wá o. Òjijì tí ka ìkàlẹ́nu mọ́. Àtẹ ìka ọkọ tí a pèlè. Ọ̀gbàmùgbàmù ojú Olódùmarè ò máa ṣe gbàmù lọ́wọ́ ayé. Àwa kórì ilẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ o. Ẹni bá dalẹ̀ abalẹ̀ lọ ò kéré gẹ́gẹ́ o. Àwa kórì ilẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ o. Olùdúwà bá wa túnlẹ̀ yìí ṣe òṣòwò tọmọ o. Àwa kórì ilẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ o. Olùdúwà dá wa láre o ká sì máa rere jẹ́ o. Àwa kórì ilẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ o.
Hello there. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live, and thank you so much for joining me. I have decided to share this on Facebook as well. So thank you so much if you are watching me on Facebook. Tonight, I want to take you through a journey, something you are familiar with, but you probably have no idea what the end result or the end goal is. But everyone needs to know. And this time around, nobody is spared. We are at war. And this war might look hydra-headed, but it is for the same goal: subjugation, suppression, killings, violence, and more blood. That is war. There is no country in the whole world where you have over 500 people killed within just a week, and you are believing that you are not at war. The war that the Fulani terrorists have brought to Nigeria, no matter how much you want to be politically correct, yes, we have those who are doing everything, working around the clock, working overtime, to convince us that it is not as bad as it seems, just like the likes of Garbage Shehu and the rest of their own comrades in jihad. Whatever their intention is, they have brought war upon the indigenous people of Nigeria, the nationalities that are forced together without their consent, formed a country, an idea that finally expired, outlived those who actually birthed it. Now, it has become a killing field. There is no other country in the world. No other country. Then we received the report yesterday, just like they have been doing, working around the clock to ignite a tribal genocidal war in the eastern part of Nigeria. And they are covering it up with so many other excuses why lives are being wasted. Same thing, I said, what they attempted and they did in Imo State yesterday is just a sort of a validation to what's to come. There are people that have been marked from all over the country, okay? Those they considered as the impediment, a possible roadblock to God knows what agenda. Today in Anambra, the report that came was that a student hostel was attacked and more than 20 people killed. We have seen the videos. We have seen the pictures. We have seen students evacuating from so many higher institutions in Anambra. And we have also seen videos of these terrorists walking freely on the street of Anambra. Yes, it happened. Just same thing that happened in Gaidam. Gaidam in Yobe State. That is where the current APC governor, the governor of the state, is also the APC national acting chairman. The man that said APC will rule Nigeria for another 50 years, whatever that means. Boko Haram took over his state. They killed and killed and killed. Eventually, they hoisted their flag and they declared their caliphate. As you are watching this video, Boko Harams are walking freely in Gaidam. The governor of Yobe State, Boni, they call him Boni. He lives in Abuja. He rules the state from Abuja. He offers opinions about security and the best work of lifeless breeding mannequin, Boko Haram, from Abuja. His people are refugees. Those who are dead are dead. Displaced are displaced. Same thing happened in Niger. Niger State, where Boko Haram and bandits invaded many villages yesterday, killed as many people that they have not even given us, they've not given us the account of how many people killed. The people had to trek from those who survived from different villages. They trekked to Minna, the state capital. They trekked to the Emir's palace. There is no provision for them. Human, what do you call it? Nothing to provide for, nowhere to sleep, nothing to eat. They are currently inside the Emir's palace, while the Boko Haram are doing all of this, killing, massacring, kidnapping, continue this onslaught as if to say everything is sealed. Because you know why? Why Boko Harams are doing this? The Nigerian military, they are busy in the eastern part of Nigeria. The Nigerian soldiers, they are busy in the western part of Nigeria. They started shooting gun into the building of Sunday Igboho overnight. And I told you, when they killed Ikonso in Imo State yesterday, after whatever plan they had, they plotted attack on Owerri prison. They blamed ESN for it. Within 4 or 5 hours, they retracted. They said, no, it wasn't ESN. It was the politicians. In fact, Hopeless Ilzodijo, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State, came out and he said there were some politicians who carried out the attack of Owerri prison. No one was arrested. No one came out to say, oh, we are sorry that we labeled ESN as the attacker. Okay? Now, the other thing that happened was what happened 2 days ago. Some people came to the governor's house. They burned the building. No police response. Security in the governor's house did not send any distress call to any neighboring security post. For hours, nothing happened. They burnt everything. Then the next thing, they went after Ikonso. They trailed them and they blamed them for it and they killed them extrajudiciously. Nobody gave them that right. No investigation, no nothing. They killed them and they then paraded their body with military fatigue, military uniform, Nigeria military. ESN, they don't wear military uniform. They don't wear uniform like all these mad terrorists in Nigerian military. But it suited their agenda when they concluded that in Imo State yesterday. All of their people that have occupied Yoruba land from January that Sunday Igboho came out to defend these people in Ibarapa, Okeogun, Ayete, and since that response, the rest of Yoruba land have responded. And that automatically put Sunday Igboho in their key list. I have been saying this, right? And now, again, at first, they burned down his house in Ibadan. Okay? Nobody was arrested till today. The second thing, they sent some soldiers who were parading front of his house on Okada. They apprehended them. Now, the next thing, the police IG sent an invitation to Sunday Igboho to appear in Abuja because he has some questions to answer. Okay? Sunday Igboho replied that when you invite Shekau, when you invite all the terrorists who are killing my people in Yoruba land, when they appear, then I will come there. We have no business with you. So the next attempt is what happened overnight. There is already war. You are just not paying attention. There are people paid to continue to tell you otherwise. And if you continue to believe them, you will get caught up in it. People are still being kidnapped in Yoruba land. Amotekun corps members are being killed. Their vehicles are being burned. Villages are being ransacked. Lives are being destroyed. And nothing has changed. But what? The Nigerian military, they are interested in killing Sunday Igboho so that they can then... Now, this is the attempt. The next thing they are going to do is that they are going to start attacking some of their friends, the politicians. They will kill some of them and they will blame it on the Oduduwa Republic campaigners in order to give them access to start killing all the Yoruba youths, just same way they have been killing the Biafran youths. When they are doing all of this, the Yoruba leaders, they are still not sure if they should be united in demanding for a breakaway from the killing field, Nigeria. Some of them are still thinking about 2023. We need to tell them. We need to remind all of you. Yes, 2023 will come and go. But one thing that you should be very certain of is that some of you may no longer be anywhere in Nigeria, but refugee in different countries. It is not because you probably have done anything wrong other than supporting those who told you that you should not worry. Don't worry. These people are just trying to raise your blood pressure. Don't worry. The people not dying. Do you deserve to die? In the hand of terrorists that will, after killing you, then they will machete you so that nobody will recognize you. This is the kind of killings going on. A barbaric killing where a fatwa has been declared. Now, here is the twist, okay? As all of these are going on, you will see that in the core north, all of their emirs, all of their politicians, all of their clerics, their sheikhs, they are united and they back all the terrorists. You know why? The Southerners are complaining. They are complaining that they are trapped in a country where they cannot be protected and they cannot defend themselves without the military in that country coming after them. Okay? You can't talk about it. When you talk about it, they will say it is against the northern Nigeria. Okay? They have come out to publicly, all of them, they said they want more pandemic in government. Okay? In order to hide and veil their hypocrisy, they have also started pointing fingers, accusing people randomly. They said, some pastors were arrested because they were bailing out Boko Haram fighters. Some pastors were arrested because they were supplying weapons to. Some Southerners were arrested because they were caught supplying this and that to Boko Haram. All of this information are coming out of the mouth of the northern religious leaders. Do you get that now? And in that regard, they continue to veil the killings, the sufferings of their own people while they watch the rest of the country burn into ashes. That is the war that some of you may not have a clue about. And I will begin to give you them bit by bit. What happened in Nigeria in the last 48 hours. And you as a Yoruba man, you as a Yoruba woman, and you will begin to question your position. The reason why you think people asking to break up Nigeria, they were wrong. And those who are telling you that Nigeria will still work are probably right. Listen to this. There is crisis, you all agree. The economy is ruined completely. Everything has been destroyed, Abi. Crime will automatically increase. All of this live with you, right? In the process, the government security that should in any way provide security for you, they are now in bed with the terrorists. So if the terrorist doesn't kill you, if they don't kill you, the government official will kill you. You know why? Because they kill their own people too. They send soldiers to go and face Boko Haram. Since Boko Haram have been attacking different government, military barracks, and they have been cutting away their weapons, including their vehicles. Okay? You know what happened? Nigerian government sent soldiers to go and fight Boko Haram. The same Nigerian army who gave them the intel of where to meet the Boko Haram, the same Nigerian army, they gave the same intel to the Boko Haram. So when the soldiers were going, Boko Haram crossed them. And you see those ones who are trying to escape from the Boko Haram, the Air Force, Nigeria Air Force, bombed them. I'm not joking. It is on record. And if you are in doubt, watch this.
One of our gun throw they come from Benin. F4 don't share them. Kill all of the soldier. Now the smoke. Now the smoke they see so. Now the smoke they see so. They call the gun throw. Make them come road. Come car road. They enter bush. F4 don't share them.
That one is just like an SOS. God save the soul of that guy. Many of you will remember Corporal Martins Idapani, who warned soldiers not to listen to government in killing civilians who are protesting the insecurity in the country. That they should not listen to any other, that they should kill civilians. What happened to Corporal Martins Idapani? He is still in detention. as we speak. And they are doing so many horrible things to him. So God saved the soul of that young man. Soldiers, so they were sent to go and fight terrorists. The same people who gave them intel also gave terrorists the same intel. So when the terrorists attacked them, the Air Force finished the job. Bomb everybody, bomb everything. Those they were calling to come and rescue them, those ones started running into the bush. You are on your own. It is a jihad. While they were doing all of that, they were planning on how to kill Sunday Igboho in Ibadan. We could have probably woke up this morning to the news that they have killed so people, so number of people, including Sunday Igboho. And how do you think that's going to help? They killed Ikonso, they assassinated him, they murdered him. They didn't kill him when he's doing anything because he's done nothing. They traced him because people gave them information about their movement, where they will be. And they waylaid them and they murdered them. And they present them as criminals who committed no crime. They would have done the same thing in Ibadan, in Yoruba land today. And what would that be? Ikonso they killed is one army with 1 million of other Ikonsos that are going to rise up. That they are already there. So they should be ready to kill 1 million others. And as they are killing one, 1 million will rise. As they are killing one, 1 million will rise. And this is a war they can't win. Why should Nigerian army be killing their own citizens? Why? When terrorists are also killing the citizens. Let me take you to Gaidam in Yobe. Let me take you to Niger State, where the people were running away from the terrorists and nobody to protect them. Nobody.
Results of Troja. Wallahi.
And when they finally made it out, they all assembled. Let me see. Here.
Inside Minna, the capital city of Niger State. And as it be like this, these people for now, they are homeless according to them. They don't get anywhere where they will go. They don't get anything where they will eat. They don't get anywhere they will put their head. And now why they run, come for the rescue of their life and their children. These are people with bandits being attacked for their villages. Anybody where they watch now, I hope so when they see them. Let's see because some of them they outside, some people they here. And as I follow when I talk now, very soon I will begin to give them chance where they follow me talk, make me know waiting and waiting. How it take happen, how they take a run and enter this place all the way for their villages. And at the same time, if you watch, I beg, pray for these people. These people, they very serious problem. People for their home, they don't get anything where they want to. They don't get where they go put their head. Now they run around, according to them. Now, I would like me to go see some of their youth leaders. We've been lead them enter inside the palace for the rescue. Maybe for come tell us how it take happen and waiting with the way forward. And as I hear before, I try make I get the voice from the Emir people, and they say the Emir himself, they very worried on top of the situation what happen now. So just call him for me. Hello, sir. Hi. Very, very unfortunate. But let me have
those are the people who managed, who survived. We don't have the numbers of those killed. Some of the northern state governors, many of them are living in Abuja. They don't live in their state anymore. Okay? That is how bad it is. Even Boko Haram doesn't near Katsina anymore. He has abandoned them to their own fate that make Allah. If you go online now, you will be seeing some of them. They are writing, Ya Allah, help us, Ya Allah, as if to say they voted for Allah. But when you come out to ask Boko Haram to resign, they will become Votrons. They will start telling you how you hated Islam, how you hated Muslim, how you hated the North. It's because you hated them. Oh, Islamophobia. Oh, Northernophobia. Fulanophobia. That's why you are asking Buhari to resign. Why they get killed? That's the hypocrisy part that Yoruba will no longer be part of. Any attack, the attack they carried out on Sunday Igboho's house is an attack on Yoruba people. And you as a Yoruba man or woman, you should begin to take that in. The attack they carried out on Sunday Igboho's house is an attack on you as a Yoruba son, as a Yoruba daughter, wherever you are all over the world. And that is not something you should take lightly, because they are going to do more. They will do more. While they are killing the people. Yeah. Did you see that? Let me show you again. That's the Boko Haram terrorist in Gaidam, Yobe State. What? His Royal Majesty. Because they now control Gaidam. That is the situation there. Somebody captured it in another way. Okay? But before we get to that, let me show you something. The situation in Boko Haram state, Katsina, Daura, Kankara, and so many other places has become so terribly bad that people have been resorting into so many means of protecting themselves. In this school, these government officials of Katsina state, where Belu Masari told us that Buhari is just tolerating us. He's just tolerating all of our rubbish. Which other person will allow us to be talking anyhow like this and not deal with us? In that state, people who have become refugees have become refugees. Those who have become, slaves in the bandits camps, after they've been kidnapped, they have become that. The whole place no get government again. So people are trying to protect themselves. Let's go to a Katsina school where they are trying to protect the students of the school from the bandits. Look at this.
Maintain sense of smell. Hence, can detect unusual smell 20 kilometers away.
You see, ducks or dog, being what they are animals. And by their nature and built-in capacity or mechanism, I think, and by their performance worldwide. So this is to say they can smell far away than human beings, especially objects and persons.
Globally, dogs are used for different purposes. With the ever-increasing number of attacks by armed bandits, especially in government boarding schools in Katsina, forced the government to close down all schools in the state. Recently, the Katsina state government reopened schools and deployed dogs in government boarding schools as part of security measures to complement other security strategies adopted to protect schools in the state from bandits' attack. The question in the minds of Katsina residents are, what type of dogs were deployed? Were they trained to serve the purpose for which they were deployed? At what cost?
Were these dogs trained for this particular purpose, or do you have the intention of training them after now that you have deployed them?
What many people don't understand, when something is innate, you are born with it. It's part and parcel of you. That is why we look at physiology. So whether a dog is trained or not, it has the powers to do what we want it to do. But if you have particular training for particular thing you want dog to do, you can as well enhance the dog. But the uppercurrent nerves receptors are already inbuilt in dogs, and they can be able to smell odds among evil. They can be able to smell objects, they can be able to smell persons far away from. That's the most important thing we want them to do for now. We are not saying they should go and fight dogs. Are already inbuilt in dogs, and they can be able to smell odds among evil. They can be able to smell objects, they can be able to smell persons far away from. That's the most important thing we want them to do for now. We are not saying they should go and fight the bandits, no? Don't mistake us that they are fighting that, no. They are alerting. So
While the government sees the deployment of dogs as a complementary solution to enhancing security around schools, public affairs analysts and security.
So they've brought in dogs to smell evil and objects from far, not to fight bandits, just to smell like this. Watch that again.
Maintaining sense of smell. Hence, can detect unusual smell 20 kilometers away.
you see, ducks or dog, being what they are animals, and by their nature and built-in capacity or mechanism, I think, and by their performance worldwide. So this is to say they can smell far away than human beings, especially objects and persons.
Globally, dogs are used for different purposes. With the ever-increasing number of attacks by armed bandits, especially in government boarding schools in Katsina, forced the government to close down all schools in the state. Recently, the Katsina state government reopened schools and deployed dogs in government boarding schools as part of security measures to complement other security strategies adopted to protect schools in the state from bandits.
Do you see one of the dog that looks so skinny? Dogs that they should feed, though. But by the time they'll give you the budget of the dogs, they supply to all schools they opened. Dogs to smell this. That is the type of people ruling Nigeria. Do you understand that now? These are the type of people, these are the type of ideas of how to fight security in Nigeria and how to implement that idea. Do you understand that now? So they don't care how you feel. You may be laughing, but they pay people in southern Nigeria to begin to tell you that don't look at the dogs like that. Dogs have smell special this. Don't, it's not always on your boat. You know what I mean? They are paid though to tell you that and make you look stupid. And you begin to say, well, it's true, Sha. You begin to agree. You say it's true. They'll begin to tell you things that doesn't make sense. But because they look like they are educated, in order to defend the madness, they will begin to tell you how the dogs shouldn't really be too. Do you want them to go and bring a dog from abroad? Do you know how much they used to feed the dogs? They are talking about security here. So they prefer the ones that smell from far. I have this message from the leader of the Ilana Omo Odudua, Ilana Yoruba. This clip is just to give you an idea of the caliber of people behind Odudua Republic Self-Determination Campaign. And therefore, they cannot be let out to the dogs. These dogs that are feeding fat on human being, blood, we should not let them feed fat on those who are standing up for us now. They will kill them. They have marked them for death, assassination and all of that, okay? Yes, they are old, but they are standing. They are standing, and then they are like the rallying point for all the young Yorubas who are tired of the fake Nigeria that has trapped us, impoverished us, and now turning us to refugees in another country. Yet, people keep telling us it's not war. It's not war. Don't start war. What they are telling us is not to defend ourselves. We're not going to listen to that. First, listen to Pa Ayo Adebanjo.
I recognize Yinka unapologetically as an able lieutenant for fighting against Fulani imperialism. Fulani imperialism in whatever form. Don't let anybody deceive you. He's a born Democrat, doing everything that's undemocratic. And you people follow him, you say yes. It's because he was in ministry before. He's now a civilian. Yinka will tell you, don't talk with that rubbish. A feudalist is a feudalist. And that is what it is. Call a spade. We are suffering in this country. If you really want to remember Yinka, fight against the present Fulani imperialism. And let nobody deceive you by telling you it's only secession. Nobody is calling for secession. As Governor Fayemi said, we are not secessionists. We are the people.
Today, the Yoruba religion has become an international religion. There are more people espousing Yoruba religion outside Nigeria today than there are in Yoruba land in Nigeria. Let me give you an example. In the province of Bahia in Brazil, a province that is a Roman Catholic province, there are more Yoruba centers of worship today than there are Roman Catholic churches. Almost everybody who is a Roman Catholic is also a worshipper of Ogun or Ija or Yemoja or Oshun and so on. And Yoruba religion is spreading in the world. A professor of comparative religions wrote a book a few years ago. The title of his book, The 8 Leading Religions That Rule the World. And in order of strength in the world, number of people, power, influence, and so on. Yoruba religion is the 6th of the 8. And that's the only religion from Africa that is an international religion. Okay, so here we are. We have built all these great things, but we don't know how to handle politics. Somehow. Because when we start fighting among ourselves, we just keep fighting. And we don't look around us to see what is really happening to us. So today, in the 19th century, we fought wars, and we couldn't stop them. And Ibadan, thank God for Ibadan. The Ilori people who are not Fulani at all, they were Muslims, but they were not Fulani. They were leading an army to conquer the whole of Yoruba land for Islam. So the Ibadan people met them in Oshogbo in 1840 and soundly defeated the army, destroyed their cavalry, and took captive the leading officers of the army, who incidentally were all Yoruba. There were 1 or 2 Fulani in the lower levels, and the Ibadan chief said, we have no problem with you, go back home. It is these ones who are our own people that we have trouble with. So they sent one to Oyo, to the present Oyo, where he was executed. They also executed another one in Ibadan. So this is the situation, but then Ibadan became big, Ibadan became great. That's where everybody wanted to come to. There was opportunity in Ibadan. And Ibadan wanted to unify the whole of Yoruba land by war. So they conquered many places. The only people left that they did not conquer were these far southern peoples, like the Jebu, the Ondo, Owo, and so on. But Ekiti, what is now Oshun, Ijesha, most of Igboho, and so on, they just ran over the place and created an empire and put Ajeles everywhere. Then the Ekitis, you know who they are. They didn't know how to handle it for a start. But then in 1877, they finally made up their mind to handle it. So one of their boys started trouble by killing the local Ajele. And the rest of the Ekiti, then people revolted and drove the Ajeles out of their land. And then created an army called the Ekiti Army. And the war went on from 1877 until 1886. It is the peace treaty of that year, September 23, 1886, that we are celebrating today. So what is the significance of that treaty? It brought to an end in our land a whole century of troubles and wars. But here is another angle that you may not have heard before. As of that time, the British and the French and so on were already interested in empires in Africa. But as of that moment, if we had joined hands to defend our land, we would never have become British colony. That's 4 years after that war, after the treaty, the Kiriji Treaty. Ibadan army had an army of about 80,000 men, well armed, on the Kiriji war front. They had made the treaty, but they had not gone home. They had an army of about 80,000 people in the Kiriji war front. The Ekiti had an army of about 50,000. I want you to get a piece of paper and pencil and write these things down. Ilorin, which I told you was mostly Yoruba, was Yoruba in command and everything, had a small army supporting the Ekiti Parako, maybe about 15,000 at the same place. At the same time, Ibadan had an army of about 35,000 in Oru, fighting against the Ijebu. The Ijebu had in Oru an army of about 50,000. Are you adding these figures? The Ekiti Parako had sent an army to go and protect Ife under Prince Fabumi of Okemesi and Chief Arimaro from Ilesha. And that army was about 25,000. The Jebu command, high command, had also sent an army to the defense of Ife under the Seriki Ogunshigun, and his army was about 25,000. If we had put all of that together and we had said no white man enters our land, no white man would have entered our land. When the British attacked Ijebu-Ode in 1892, it is because they knew that the rest of us were not going to raise a finger to defend Ijebu-Ode. That's the lesson from Kiriji, from the 19th century, from the wars of the 19th century, from the strength that we built in the 19th century, from our whole history. A great nation stands still and let all sorts of smaller nations run over it. It is time that we began to take control of our lives.
How do you feel as a Yoruba man hearing that long history all put together within just a 7-minute clip? How does that make you feel? Do you still feel like Nigeria, you owe your life to Nigeria? Do you still think you are a citizen of a great country like Oduduwa Republic? Like if we had come together way back in the 19th century, as illustrated by Professor Banji Akitoye, how do you feel this moment as a Yoruba man, knowing that we could have been a great country, great people, united, if we had realized in the long run that our generation would today be running to safety from Fulani terrorists on Yoruba land? Because the incursion, the invasion of the white men, the imperialists, as they will be called, the colonialists, was what led to the idea of Nigeria. Are you digging? That is why, as a Yoruba man, when they tell you about Nigeria, remember who you are. The lackluster comfort of whatever they give to you as a political compensation will never make up for what your generations have lost. If you can think deep, that is why I love
mo bójú ayé ò ayé ṣámálámálá.
mo máa bójú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀.
mo máa bójú ọ̀run òkùnkùn ló ṣubúlẹ̀.
mo ní ẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ yìí o. kí ni dé sí Yorùbá o ọmọ aráyé, kí ni ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Yorùbá o ọmọ Oòduà o.
yeyeyeyeyeye àwa máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ là ń bẹ. Yorùbá ń ṣera wọn nítorí owó, Yorùbá ń jìra wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ nítorí ipò. Wọ́n gbẹ̀mí fáláre, wọ́n gbáre pẹ́lẹ́bí, wọ́n kò lè kó wájà, wọ́n tún polóko wá mú. Ọgbọ́n tí wọ́n gbọ́n ló gbé wọn délé ọlá, ọgbọ́n náà ló tún padà wá sí lé wọn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti ń ṣọ̀gá lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́ tún padà wá dẹni à ń fọwọ́ tì sẹ́yìn o. Yorùbá yoyoyo bí iná alẹ́, Yorùbá rúrúrú bí omi òkun, Yorùbá bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe. Yorùbá ronú o.
Yorùbá sọra wọn di bọ́ọ̀lù fáráyé gbá.
wọ́n bá gbá wọn sókè wọ́n tún gbá wọn sísàlẹ̀ o. ẹ̀yà tí ó ti kéré tẹ́lẹ̀ ni wọ́n gé kúrú. àwọn tí àrèfẹ́dọ̀tún ti dẹni àtijọ́ Yorùbá jókòó sílẹ̀ rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ wọn fọwọ́ lọ́wọ́. bí àgùntàn tí abọ́ rẹ̀ ń gbòrìṣà ilẹ̀ o. Yorùbá ronú o.
oríkì màá burú títí kó bógún ọdún lẹ́yìn òkùnkùn bèrèbèrè ìmọ́lẹ̀ yàtọ̀ o. ẹ jẹ́ ká pọ̀ Olódùmarè ká pọ̀ balùwàyè káyé wa lè dùn ní ìgbẹ̀yìn lálàyò ilẹ̀ mọ́ pé ìyá o.
ilẹ̀ dákun gbà wá o ilẹ̀ o.
ilẹ̀ ọ̀gẹ́rẹ́ àfọkọ́yẹ rí. alákòókà ó tẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ kábì. ọ̀gbaragada bí ẹni yèyé mi ọmọ darúpalẹ̀ àdúgbò òjijì tí ka ìkàlẹ́ nù mọ́. àtẹ ìka ọkọ tí a pèlẹ̀. ọgbàmùgbàmù ojú Olódùmarè ò mà ṣe gbàmù lọ́wọ́ ayé.
àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
ẹni bá dalẹ̀ abalẹ̀ lọ ò
gbèrègèdè o. àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
Odùduwà bá wa túnlẹ̀ yìí ṣe òtún.
owó tọmọ o. àwa gorí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o.
Thank you. I just want to speak to your conscience. Whatever they are telling you about 2023, whatever the likes of Tifnumbu and Co tells you, ask yourself, what are they going to do to clear this mess? when the half of the Nigerian military is now occupied by the repentant terrorists who are now being deployed to continue to kill Nigerians, what is he going to do? What is that next president going to do? And how many Yorubas will have to die in order to keep Nigeria warm? Have you asked yourself? Maybe not. Take a look at this from what we got on the streets today. This one from Lagos. Let's hope that catches it. Where is that clip again? Yes, somewhere at Lekki Phase, I think they call it Lekki Phase 1.
So you cannot see. See how Okada are going on rampage. You know, attacking policemen. This country, we don't know where we are heading to. Honestly, man. Make sure bullet not come, man. It's true now. See. Which kind of rubbish is? How can you be attacking policemen like that? Which kind of? This is terrible.
You better run. That is that's Lagos. So Lekki, where they tell you rich people live. Where do you live? Oh, I live in Lekki. Lekki Phase 1, Lekki Phase 2. Oh, I live in where else do you have? Banana Island. I live in blah 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 blah. As long as you have all of the Okada guys that are being loaded in there. Even the last program we had, we were told how these terrorists are hiding their guns under the Okada, and with the Okada they can be anywhere, anytime. They've already they've rounded up Lagos. Here's another one that somebody sent. That's not that.
Soldier himself, and soldier allowed them to destroy everything in Lasu. Soldier allowed them to destroy everything in Lasu. Soldier allowed them to destroy everything. Soldier allowed them to destroy everything. All the motor in Lasu, they have destroyed everything. And there is soldier there. Look at them. Yeah, close the door. Shari, Shari. And there is army here. Army Wabio. Look at army. Look at the Nigerian military. Look at them. They are here and they allow them to destroy all these cars. Look at this. Look at how they are destroying. Look at how they are destroying Mato. And army is here. Nigerian army is here. And they are destroying cars. Look at them. They are destroying cars. Look at the Nigerian army. Look at the Nigerian army and police. Ẹ̀rẹ́ka wọ́n rẹ́ bí báyìí. Ẹ̀rẹ́ka wọ́n báyìí. Ó ti bá gbogbo mọ́tò jẹ́. Look at what these people are doing. Look at them. Look at how they are doing. Look at how they are destroying Mato in front of Lasu. They are destroying Mato and Nigerian army is there. They cannot arrest them. They are only pushing them. Look at them. They destroyed your Mato. Look at them. Hey, Nigerian. Look at Nigerian army. 4 million car. 20 million car. They destroy everything. Nigeria are here. They destroy everything.
You are going to get used to things like that in Yoruba land. We were told that they were planning to start a civil war from the beginning of 2022. This is just April. So you are going to get used to that. It's either they are like, oh, something happened somewhere, they have bombed and killed people. Oh, some people are shooting. For now, they have not told them to start using guns. Do you understand? They have not told them to. They are just reactivating them one by one because they realize that something, they need to unleash it now and get everybody under control. And maybe you just wake up and they will say military has taken over. Then everybody will have to simmer down that they can begin the killings proper and proper. You are going to get used to that. As long as you continue to wait for your Ashiwaju Awole, Ashiwaju, even Ashiwaju Awon the Ashiwaju Awole of Lagos, Tinubu, he will run away from Lagos. Tinubu lied to all of you who believed in him. And he continued to lie to you, telling you that there is no cause for alarm. If Tinubu has a solution right now, he would have sold that solution to Boko Haram. But Tinubu knows what they were getting into. It was for money, money, money. The consequences of that is this. And when they asked him, bro, Tinubu, this insecurity, what do you think? Do you know what he was saying? Employ the youth, employ 50 million. So all of you who are seeing CO, Nigerian army, hey, Nigerian police looking at them, Nigeria and all of that. You will join Tinubu's army when they make your president again, like this.
I hope the president himself will not pay attention to austerity. I spoke about it just this last Saturday. Inflation, the question of inflation. It is only the state that must constrain itself on balanced budget. It is only the local government that must restrict itself on balanced budget. Sovereignty is that of Nigeria, and it is only the federal government that has that sovereign power and must use it for the benefit and development and the health, quality of life of Nigeria. That's why they are sovereign. It is time. We are under police. And we are competing with armed robbers and bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand as consumption. So over 5 million army of boot camp. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers.
That is the man they are telling you will come and save you. And they are doing everything, walking around the clock, telling you that the same man who was there, when he was a bit louder, you know, when they are lying to you, they are a bit louder. The man that was a bit louder then told you that all you needed was, we will work with you. is now saying that recruit 50 million youths. What are they going to eat? Cassava, agbado, ege. They eat yam in the morning. Oh boy, Pomo boys in Lagos, suffering and smiling humble slaves of Lagos. Those we call the Lagos Abobakus. That was your Tifnumbu. But we saw this before.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Now, it is now recruit. You are going to see more attacks. They are telling you that those who are warning you are calling for war. You will be in your schools. You will be seeing attacks like that. And your children will begin to fight a battle of life and death. That is what they have brought. There are already victims. That it hasn't happened around you, right? Doesn't mean that you are safe. You know what they are doing? In northern Nigeria now, they have shut down more than 70% schools. Is that not the dream of Boko Haram? You will begin to shut down schools in the south now. In Anambra State, some people caught these guys on tape. These are the guys who are now roaming the street of Anambra while the military are going after the ESN, killing them, kidnapping them, and doing all manner of things. These terrorists are roaming.
Jesus. See them move. Jesus. See them move.
So they are everywhere. They are just waiting to be activated. It doesn't even matter where you belong. You know, the sad thing is that they are not going to ask you if you are APC supporter. According to them, you know that we are all infidel. How these marauders are going to overrun a country of over 70 million people in Yoruba land, we are going to watch and see. Abi? And that seems to be the civil war. And the intention, in my own, from my own findings, is not actually to keep Nigeria one. No, it is to destroy the entire South, destroy it beyond anything. Then they will now call for the breakup of Nigeria. So it is you, the Southerners, that must never, ever continue to play into the hands of this. I am APC, I am a Muslim, I am a Christian. Oh, they don't like Buhari because he's a Muslim. Oh, they don't like Buhari because he's APC. Oh, they don't like Tifnumbu because he's APC. You are mad, oh. You may not know. Because one of these days, you see what you just saw there at Lasu, you are going to get used to it. And at that time, when you begin to shout, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, or Jesus Christ, blood of Jesus, I will remind you this.
You think they're wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. And then throw the guy.
You understand? Don't play fool. Don't play fool all of the time. You see, everything you are seeing here, it is to help you to realize and come to reality. Whatever, anything you think these guys have to help, they don't have any shit. They don't have any goddamn thing. Your life is what you are playing with, and it's up to you. Do you get what I mean now? There is somebody who will not let his own people die. And when you kill one Ikonso, you are raising another 1 million Ikonso in any Biafran you kill. I have found that out. And if you don't believe that, let's see how they are going to win that. If anything happened to Sunday Igboho, let those politicians in Yoruba land begin to dust their pali. Many of them are citizens of different countries. So you know them, Abi. Once then they should begin to pack their bags and they should begin to service their private jets as well as all other escape routes. If anything happened to Sunday Igboho, they will not be safe. Same thing that happened to Ikonso in Imo State. The Southeast politicians, they have played into the tiger's mouth. And the outcome, you and I can only imagine it. Do you get what I mean now? Because somebody says, you will not kill a Biafran without paying for it.
My name is Anambra. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That name that strikes fear into the heart of the Fulani Janjaweed. When they hear IPOB, they start having nightmares. I lead that very movement. Movement of the children of light. And have we not brought enlightenment to all the people? This very movement that heaven ordained must free the whole of Nigeria. Everybody must be free. And that light, the same way that the sun rises from the east, that light is coming from the east, as always. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. God gave me another assignment this year, it seems. Not only to serve the wonderful people of Biafra, but also to serve the brave youth of Nigeria. And that is what I'm doing this evening. And will continue to do until everybody is free. Until every corrupt politician is either in the grave because they'll be hanged or they are in prison. The difference between some of you and us is that we say something and we do it. If you keep muttering and bumbling, those things are bad, oh. Oh, things are bad, oh. Here, we make our dreams become a reality. Not because we have any strength. Not because we are better than any other person, but because Elohim is on the throne. I am always speaking the truth. You may not like it.
You may not like it, but he always speaks his mind. There's somebody who also stated something that we should add to this conversation tonight, for the record. A soldier who survived the internal arrangement where people who are determined as soldiers to fight these terrorists head-on have been subjected to different and calculated attack and even assassination by the northern terrorists in the military who control what happened in the military. This soldier who said he's now left the Nigerian military dropped this hint sometimes last year. It is relevant to this conversation. I'm sharing it with you. Take a listen.
I'm an ex-soldier, Sandra.
Oh,
so
good.
It's just the Nigerian soldier,
Yeah.
Sandra.
Yeah.
I was in the battalion.
Okay.
And we were fighting Boko Haram, Sandra.
Okay.
We went to war.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a left-handed person.
Okay.
So I'm a sniper. I was one of the best sniper.
Okay.
So I was shooting, no morale, nothing, no pay, no means of communication to my family. My father thought I was dead.
Oh.
I was fighting, I was shooting. One of our soldiers shot me, Sandra, on my ribs.
Oh my
Sandra.
God.
Shot me on my ribs. They said in Hausa, it means that I kill people too much. I was fighting, Sandra. They shot a woman and her daughter. I was trying to save her second child, Sandra. I was running. They shot me, Sandra. I was barely breathing. It takes the grace of God for me to survive.
No, I'm sorry. They shot you on purpose?
They shot me on purpose. They say I too they kill people. They said in Hausa,
I don't understand what that means. You too they kill people. What does that mean?
It means I kill Boko Haram too much, Sandra, because I was one of the best snipers, Sandra. I don't miss my shots. I'm a left-handed. I don't miss my shots. That's what they said. No morale, nothing. No pay. Sometimes. No pay, Sandra. We just fight. They need to investigate them, Sandra.
Did you retire did you retire?
Sandra, I resigned.
Okay.
I wrote a letter and I resigned. I don't want to do the job again. I don't want to serve the land again. I don't want. It's really, really pathetic, Sandra, in that army. There's a lot of fraud things happening in the army, Sandra. I don't know. Seriously. They need to investigate the Nigerian army, Sandra. A lot of things. You see, when people are fighting, they're killing Boko Haram, Sandra, somebody from nowhere will just shoot and just kill the best shooter there. Just for him to die, because maybe they are gaining from there economically. for him to just die and to stop shooting people for there.
That's a very strong allegation. You're making very strong allegations.
It is true. They shot 2 of my friends. I will send you evidence. I follow you on Twitter. I will send you evidence. They shot 2 of my friends. They are dead now, Sandra. They shoot you, you will go. These people gain. I'm telling you.
So what else do you want to know? To tell you that Nigeria is not for you. That's what will make the military to go after ESN that are not kidnapping, killing anybody other than just going to stop the invading Fulani terrorists. But Nigerian army, Nigerian government call them terrorists and they are killing them. While the real terrorists are killing northerners, killing southerners, killing everybody. And Nigerian military are not able to protect them. When you see today, well, you got the news. Nigeria Air Force bombed Nigerian army who were supposed to go and fight Boko Haram. They said it's a wrong signal. How can that be a wrong signal when it was the Nigerian army, the command, who sent the army to go and fight terrorism after receiving signal, Abi? And the same army, they have no communication with the Air Force, Abi. And the Air Force just flew. And they did not see any sign in the convoy of Nigerian army that, no, this is our army. And they just launched. They bombed them and killed everybody there. Those who ran away and escaped are those who made that video. So what other evidence do you need? There is no terrorist arrested, prosecuted. They are being released, being freed. More people are becoming refugees. More people are being killed. The insecurities are spread everywhere all over the country. And the government says you cannot fight or defend yourselves. And when you look at the northern leaders, their Emir, their Sultan, all of these terrorists sitting in different palaces in the north, they continue to back the terrorists. They said any war against terrorists, the Boko Haram, is a war against the north. And Boko Haram says Western education is a sin. Book is Haram. Haram means sin. Boko Haram. Now, in the southern Nigeria, they are now targeting schools. They will be targeting government buildings. They will bomb some. They will kill many people in their offices, different government offices. They will attack different public places, right? They will attack schools. All of you, we will never imagine it. That is this really happening? You will be more than shocked. I like what this guy said. And I think you should listen.
We could not travel beyond a few kilometers outside Maiduguri because we were told that Boko Haram has taken over the outskirts of Maiduguri. And Maiduguri was under a threat of invasion by Boko Haram. Nigeria is at war. And let nobody be deceived. Because what happened in Syria started like this. It was like skirmishes all over the place before the meltdown started. The time for rubber to meet the road has come. And we can no longer play ostrich and pretend that nothing is happening. You said it, and the president agreed. There is social tension in this country, and there is discord between the elite. There is no consensus. There is no elite consensus on the problem of the nation. Why? Ethnicity, religion, and corruption is not allowing the elite to come together to face the problem of this country, of which security is number one. Mr. President, I want to speak to facts. The African Leadership Center of King's College London published in 2008 a regional security report on West Africa. In that report, Nigeria accounted for 54% of recorded violent events in the whole of West Africa. And as we speak, Nigeria is the one that is shaping the trend and patterns of violent events and fatalities in West Africa. Mr. President, there is a delegitimization of the Nigerian state by hostile, progressively violent non-state actors. And of the estimated 500 million illicit small arms that.
And who are those buying the illicit guns for the people using them? Politicians. Do you get the drill? Politicians are buying them, but they are acknowledging what is going on. Like joke, eh? It will all pafu, pafuka. It's just a matter of time. They say, as they say it in my area, they say now from hand like this, dance, they start. Now from this whole thing, they are all acknowledging. They will all come together and move a motion for immediate breakup of Nigeria very soon. Do you get that now? And I like what this guy has to say. If you think people are not following up what is going on, you see, over the killing of the IPOB ESN Commander in Imo State, assassinated by the Nigerian government, organized by Hopeless Uzodinjo, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. Now, they killed the guy, and they wanted to label them terrorists, as they have always been doing, okay? Meanwhile, that is why they tried to kill Sunday Igboho in Ibadan this morning. So, the spokesperson for the IPOB phoned in onto a program on Channels Television, okay, to set the record straight on what assassination attempt carried out, gruesome assassination attempt carried out by the Nigerian military, by the Nigerian government. You know what happened after that? Nigerian government, they sanctioned Channels Television. In fact, from the news, they suspended them. I'll share that with you. First, the rebuttal from the IPOB spokesperson on what happened in Imo State yesterday.
Okay, so confirm to us, ESN is not behind the attack on Governor's house.
I told you before, when you went to Amuma and interviewed people, did they tell you that those that came to attack in that very place mentioned ESN, and we are ESN, we are IPOB? You didn't answer me up till now.
They said so, yes.
The people said they are ESN.
Members of the communities. Yes, they said.
Members of the community say
yes.
They are ESN.
Yes, that's what they told us.
IPOB.
Yes, that's what they told us. Yes.
They lied to you. They lied to you.
They told us that's what they confided in us, that they are members of ESN.
They are lying.
So you are saying that ESN does not have a hand in it?
ESN can never come on operation and tell you, we are ESN. We can't do that. We know what we are doing.
Okay. So what kind of operation does ESN do?
We pursue Fulani terrorists in our bushes and our forests.
Isn't that clear enough? Fulani terrorists from our bushes and our forest. And it's true. ESN will not go out and start bragging. We are ESN. We are burning the governor's house. How does that make any sense? Same way they told you that it was ESN who broke the federal prison in Owerri, only for them to retract that less than 24 hours later. Right? Now they want to kill Sunday Igboho. If they touch Sunday Igboho, if anything happens, like the leader of IPOB said, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, they will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Nigeria will break up. Do you understand? And many of you are not yet agreeing to that. Give it time. Shebi, you are in Lagos. What will make you begin to ignore and forget these scavengers, these freeloaders, these scroungers called Tifnumbu and Co? What will make you ignore them and their 2023 death wish on you will soon happen, and you will begin to demand for something better, and it will be a country that works for you. I like what this guy said too. Maybe you should listen.
Mr. Sunday, you have been hearing what people are saying. You have been hearing their comments on Mietiala, saying that Ebube Agu and Amotekun cannot stop them.
Yeah, because they know Ebube Agu and the Amataku
have been sponsored by the semi-Fulani people. Because you want to form a security that will defend your region. You are waiting for Abuja to sign you. Who are the people controlling Abuja? Are they not Metiala? They know what they are saying. So for you manipulating, why can they not say that ESN cannot stop them?
They are not there.
You understand? They cannot say this because they know that ESN is not backed by the so fake state of Nigeria. You understand? ESN is volunteer youth that are ready to defend their land. You understand? That's those Metiala, their statement. They back it up with what? Assurance. Because the power controlling the whole Nigeria is the Metiala. Those are the only people that will kill people, that will come and say that they were responsible for the killing. No one person will be arrested. But innocent people will be arrested on the road, molested. Because nothing. They have occupied everywhere. Look at the Oba, they enter in palace, kidnap, and the Yoruba people are there folding their hand. The Oduduwa people are there folding their hand. What about the Amatako? Because they know that they can't do anything. They have not given them full power to operate in anywhere.
What's the essence of the Amatako now?
And they are using it just to deceive you. Okay, when it comes to government, the whole masses have to be very careful. They work in one voice. Forget that 1999 constitution. I always said it. That is what hold them together. And those governors, the whole 36 state governor, now that 1999 constitution will kill them. It will kill many of them. No be joke. That is the constitution that is causing problem for this country.
What is the way out, my brother?
Number one, if they cannot amend the constitution, let them divide Nigeria. Everybody go on your own because we can't continue like this. How can who are the Metiala? Who know them? We have never heard a voice. Just recently, when they take up arms, Buhari open border for them to come from Mali, from Chad, from Niger, to come and molest and rape our women, rape our children, and nobody want to talk. And the governor are there behaving like a madman. That the only one they are after is to collect allocation that will eat or use to feed their family. And people are dying every day. They are molesting people, killing, raping. Okay, yesterday night something happened here. A Yoruba man selling something here. If president passed during that night, all the whole Yoruba people they are just passing, running. But any Hausa man that passed that moment, that see that is his brother, they come with army and Air Force. Displaced. When I was going home that night, I now see them. There was one of the army man. I have Android phone. Was saying that I will shoot Banshee to this woman. He was telling the people where I want to buy shawarma there. I hear the voice. I say, I walk there. Only one man that is there want to buy rice. All of them, the food, the woman ran the woman there. If I did me, I did not go the other man there. Even though I don't know when the man left. Because he's afraid. I stand there, if the woman come, you people ask. You understand? The people were afraid. But I told those people, I must tell the army, say, Oga, this man said they buy something. Is that why people want to kill him? Because the word you speak out, I think I hope that I will snap them. They will know that we will walk on the road. Everybody have determined to defend our people. It's not only them that have people to defend themselves. Me as I am, anything, anytime, all die and I die. If you die for trailer jam, you no be die. People wey sleep will no wake up, no be die. They get any type of die where you go die, where now you go be special die. Okay? If we continue afraid of those monsters called Metiala, every day they will come out on the paper, on the news to threaten the whole Nigeria, as we are many and nobody will arrest them. They will kill people. They will come and tell the whole world that they were responsible and they are living in Abuja. They only send me.
Do you hear that? Exactly. It is the situation you are likely going to have to get used to if you continue to live in that denial. I mean, the denial of, it's not that bad. Don't start a war. The war is already here. And that's where I'm going to draw the curtains tonight. It's been a long night. And I want you to live with this. If anything happens, every attack on Sunday Igboho, or any of the Yoruba self-determination leader or member is an attack on Yoruba people. And you as a Yoruba man or woman, you should begin to take that personal now. And when we say take it personal, it will be easier for us to know those who are Yorubas that will face us and tell us we are wrong, so that we can deal with them. I'll see you again. If you are already brushing up and learning about your Oduduwa anthem, I think this is also where to update that. I'll see you some other time. If you haven't subscribed on Maiyegun's Diary Politico YouTube, you can do it now before you go. You can also become a member of Maiyegun's Diary Politico. There's a join button under the video. Give me that thumb up if you can, just before you leave. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ó fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ tún ra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ tún ra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ tún ra kì. Máyégún ti dé.